Okay, so I'll just try to do like a quick mini read. Um, really, I was just clearing out my decks, because full moon and all that, and it is full moon in Scorpio, so that's exciting. And I keep getting the same storyline over and over again, and we'll see where it goes. But I'm not terribly riveted by anything. And then like I all wrote down notes and whatever, and then I realized I was just stalling on doing something. So in this first pile, um, somebody is ruminating or in regret, like, and it's like an obsessive regret. It's kind of like going over and over again about something that they did, as well as the way that they acted while they were doing something. So yeah, that's Seven of Cups, but I'm not gonna fix all that. Just take my word for it. So someone made a very quick, decisive action, and the thing about it was that they were really loud about it, and it was like unnecessary brutality to how they made this choice. So, someone decided to abandon someone or to leave a past situation. Now, this was something that they held dear to them, and this was someone that they loved, but they, I hate to say, jumped on an opportunity, but they felt very smug, and they were sure that they were going to get like a triumphant success, right? And this was somebody who saw an opportunity, and all I see is like this sword going through that hole. This is someone saw an opportunity where they thought that they would have some kind of easy gain. This was a very opportunistic gain. And even though they didn't feel like really at peace about it, and they did not hit it and quit it. So, um, one person abandoned a previous situation, or they were willing to like live a whole other life for this opportunity, thinking that this would really get them a lot of respect and renown, and they also were very smug about it. And the thing is this opportunity for a new way of thinking or some kind of new idea. Someone had an artistic endeavor or a plan. But the problem was that it was all based on subterfuge. It was also somebody acted like a naive fool and believed a silly fantasy or thought that they could obtain a goal at the expense of someone else. And they did not care about that someone else that they had, abandoned or whose expense it was, because, well, I'm going to be like rich and famous, or this will really pan out and I'll never think about that person again. So, yeah, I see two sevens here. And that is some kind of a spiritual, he thought it would be a spiritual opportunity for growth, but it was not the spiritual growth he thought it would be. And he was very public about it. And it was like, even though he had doubts in his mind, or every time he had a doubt, he would double down on that decision and talk even louder. And if they hadn't been so smug about it and so loud, and then to prove how on board he was, he made a point, of really sticking it to her. He really, and he had no reason to want this revenge. Like, let's say it's me, and he breaks up with me. I said, oh, man, that sucks. My feelings are really hurt, and then I let it go. There was no reason for whatever this callous intent. Now, see, he thought he was just, he thought it was all about him. That this person that he saw an opportunity with, he did not realize that this person was not only, he, he's so stupid. He didn't realize that he was being a sucker. And then he didn't realize that it wasn't about him. It was just someone who wanted to humiliate, or it's just mean girl activity. And he didn't think about it that hard. So see, here he is doing all the work. And there he is. Of course, he's going to sample all these cups. So, here he is. He is on his journey. He's abandoned whatever people, or basically, also what I'm hearing is that he abandoned himself. It was like he put on this front, like, yeah, this was a false confidence. I wish I had kept the notes, but look, I'll just spit this out. So this opportunity that he hastily jumped on and didn't, if he had sat down and, like, walked it out in his head, and if he had been more observant instead of being greedy or opportunistic, see, while he was setting traps, he was falling into a trap. But if he hadn't been so smug about it. So this opportunity, he thought it was going to be a 10 of cups. He thought that this is a home that is harmonious. This is also a home. This is a loving home. But it's become a burden. Also, this is like some kind of artistic talent or merit, some kind of success. What it was this opportunity that he jumped on, she rushed him. And it's like they did the, shock and awe. And they rushed him into this choice. And he did not take a moment to analyze or reflect or question anyone else's motives. If he had sat there and thought about these motives, and he has said that, like my ex-boyfriend, I remember one time he was talking about his ex-girlfriend, talking about, oh, she's just wanting to use me for money. She heard I got a decent, yeah, and then he just dismissed her. But then he can't recognize that pattern, like, in another person, or even within this same person. That's the thing, is he fell for the same thing. And what I'm getting is, he thought he was running some game, but really, he was getting rushed into something. And his family, and this is just a dude, okay? He thought he was going into a happy, secure, and he thought he was going to have a good time. And this good time has become a burden. And he moved too quick and did not see that this was a collaboration as well as a business idea or a plan or an aspiration that was not, this person did not have the talent or the merit or any intention at all of following through on whatever this endeavor was. Yeah, because see, look, there's Four of Coins and this Queen of Wands and this Knight of Pentacles. So what it was she was just wanting to, she just wanted to stop everything for this person. And the thing is while he's putting on this face of, oh, look what a good man I am, and they're both putting on this front that they are functional adults. And the truth is this is a mean, spiteful, greedy energy. And she's sitting back, look at her getting fat, and he goes out to work and giving her all that money. And secretly, she has plans for this money and he's not included in it. But he was so busy setting traps, or so arrogant, that he didn't think. And okay, this is also, it's kind of like this opportunity, or he was willing to travel for this new connection as well. He traveled and he talked a lot. He foolishly, I guess it's kind of like to lie to himself about his doubts, or that, because everybody else told him, oh, you'd be stupid if you didn't take that money or that opportunity. And this is also, the little redhead girl. Instead of investing in someone either that needs it or would appreciate it, or that he already had an obligation to, he's turning his back to her and offering it to this, fat chick. No, they said fat chick. And it's like she see this person that he abandoned to pursue another connection. So much effort. But the thing is, whenever he saw this, she didn't mention how much effort it was going to be. She didn't mention all the traveling. And she's not fun to travel with like I am either. But he was rushed into it. And it was painted like a great, this can't fail. So, this is Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and the Fool card. Now in this deck, the Fool card, this is someone who has been stripped of all excess or any kind of, there's no longer anything to hide behind. Okay, so this opportunity, or this was new wealth. This is squandered resources. This is also someone who and here's the thing is, miser. Somehow the miser has become, subservient to an even bigger miser. And this was a choice that was made, bolstered with a scam. This is someone who, she intentionally stole someone else's person, designed it as an opportunity for, let's go into business. And he made this decision based on, first of all, he was fake, and she was also fake. So we got two fake people who both thought that they were getting, an easy ride. And I mean, they thought it was going to be on the backs of anybody else but them. But now he's embarrassed because he made a foolish decision in the past, and this is vanished opportunities, wasted opportunities. This is also whatever he abandoned for this to explore this connection. It was not worth it. It took everything from him, and in fact, he feels emasculated now. Now, I'm also seeing two women here. This is a guy who thought he was the man of the hour, and these two women, seeing these two wands. These two women are just playing him like a puppet. Now, whenever I wrote these notes and I was doing like my private reading, it was and this always happens. There's like my personal reading, and then there's whatever storyline is for public consumption. So, this is kind of public embarrassment. This is also feeling like a fool, being made a fool. And if he hadn't been so smug about, it was like he was ahead of time bragging and rubbing in a victory or a triumph that he didn't even have yet, rubbing it in someone else's face. And while he's thinking he's making a fool of someone else, these women here were ready to take whatever new wealth he had. He lost control of his own finances, in fact. And these two women, he thought that they were both obsessed with him, and it turns out that they don't even see how he doesn't have anything there? He's been emasculated. So, there's been some kind of transformation or a drastic, sudden, like a calamity or just something really tragic or difficult. This was a lot of deceit and just feeling stupid. Now, yeah, the person who was abandoned, whenever she was backstabbed, rather than looking like a fool, she went within, while he was being loud and bombastic or just making a scene of himself. She went within, and instead of feeling like, she lost everything, she managed to, she turned to God. He turned to man. He turned to money. He turned to, earthly security. But meanwhile, she, instead of internalizing or denying or just, chasing after. Now, he was hoping she would chase after him. He really thought that she would be calling. And, in the back of his mind, he thought, I will get her money. I'm going to feel like a man. And then I'm going to dump these bitches. And then he really thought he was, in his mind, it wasn't permanent abandonment. It was just, hit it and quit it. And he thought he'd come back with, some money or something. But she's turned away from him. She got the knives out of her back. And she used her faith in God. It's just, whenever she felt abandoned by man, she knew that God didn't abandon her. She wasn't really actually abandoned. at all. But he was. He abandoned God. He abandoned anyone who showed him kindness. I mean, if he hadn't been so loud about it. But she, took it, like a champ, and she allowed the pain and, they think they're all like witchy witchy. No, she chose to separate herself from, like stop socializing, stop making plans, stop looking for someone else to fix you, just be alone. And also, well, the hangman is going to talk about that. But when her ego died, she turned it into, she found like a real moral and spiritual strength. So, yeah. So we have Mr. Fake Nice Guy over here. Look how responsible I am. Look at me be adult stuff. Um, yeah, new player comes into the game. This is about finding a family, and it's also about um, the comfort of family. This is also about finding like your tribe, like finding like your soul family. Now that you've been stripped of all the falsity. This is someone coming forward with love, with like pure motives. Um, this man is acting. Now, what this guy was looking for was he wanted a flashy woman, or oh yeah, no, I didn't even see that the first time. I like see a contrast here. Like this is a an entrepreneurial. This is like a good business person or someone who is looking to invest. And I think this guy too is also familiar with this Queen of Wands up here because, just like one person in that situation was abandoned, this guy also, had some harsh truths to learn. Like, how is it like 23 minutes already? So, anyway, someone is coming in out of the cold. This is someone who is coming out of emotional and financial poverty. But instead of focusing on money or presenting themselves, like they're just gonna, oh my, I think I come in all like with a heart on. This guy, he's channeled. This guy is using inspiration and just all the good things, all the good parts of ambition, and passion to. It's kind of like he wants to act. He wants to move different. He wants to have different motives. I don't know if this is the same guy or not, or what, but that fake shit got him a fake bitch, and now look, he's crying. Anyway, but I think while someone changed for the better, or they went with the transition. They allowed the ending. They saw what it was, and they saw, yeah, there's no sugarcoating it. Guess what? He wanted to pursue other connections. He wanted to pursue opportunities that he did not want to take me with. And I'm gonna have to like accept it. Look at that. Like, look at that. Look at it. Look at it. And it's I mean, this could be talking about a Leo, but this is also talking about someone that It's like beauty for ashes. But this is also, like, you never, yeah, you don't blame God or wonder why did this happen to me. Because, shit happens. Anyway, so this Queen of Cups, yeah, so the Queen of Cups and it's the same bitch right here that got backstabbed, but she managed to, I am woman, hear me roar. This is, coming out like, roaring. But, this is like good news. This is also receiving, it's like encouragement or future good news. This is just, also getting assistance, or this is with a little help from my friends to repair and heal something cruel that the Queen of Pentacles did. This Queen of Pentacles, she intentionally just likes to take from other people. She likes to watch, it's like, that Ava Max video where she sees like this man and this woman, they're all loving on each other, and she like says, I must steal that man. Just to do it. This is a woman who already has, but she also wants yours. And she wants his too. And as a matter of fact, if I can kick you while you're down, I'm going to make sure to post it online. And while I'm still in your RV, I'm going to take a video of it. Of me breaking the law just to be mean. But this was someone who was hurt intentionally by people with selfish motivations. But she was strong enough to just turn away from it. Anyway, this is getting divine protection. This is also this is just, man can abandon me, but God never will. And this is someone who is receiving, and it's like being rewarded, but this is a renewed hope and faith to repair a damage from, this is also like the toxic mother. Repairing some kind of wounding, some kind of mean girl's wounding. So, here is this Ten of Pentacles over here. This is a change. This is also a change in, someone's had a change of how they think. This is also someone who was forced to pause and reflect and observe. I see there's bottom of the deck. This is High Priestess, who quietly observes and also applies lessons that she's already previously learned or learned by watching others. But someone has a different view of what they think wealth is. And this is an opportunity. This is just like a new adventure. Someone is, rather than being scared of the unknown, this is someone who is looking forward to the unknown. Because it's like generational wealth or inheritance isn't just about money or stuff. It's just about overall security. Like, oh no, I have no money, or like, I have like, I don't have a credit card anymore, but still feeling secure. Like, you can't get your security, or you can't find comfort in money. It's nice when you can buy stuff, but you're still gonna feel insecure. And no amount of money is going to replace that passion that you traded. It's like somebody was in pursuit of a career and they lost sight of what their goal was. And it's like I should be doing it for the enjoyment of this career, not for attention or money or that. And because of his status, wealth, whatever, he was also not getting genuine attention or admiration or professional respect the way that it was going. So, what's the point of the money or the career if it doesn't feel good? So, yeah, like wanting to connect with a real, genuine person. Um, and it's like wanting to build with somebody, like instead of like one person just coming in and riding off the hard work of somebody else, like a gold digger. This is someone who wants to equally. This is a man who like knows that he needs to marry someone and then work with them because this is I don't know. It's whenever he's in a partnership, he fucking means it. And it's so sad that this person like that he meant it with like totally the whole time had no intention of following through on anything from the get-go. Both, people who got abandoned. One person, like, the person was supposed to be a business partner or contribute or have some kind of talent. And she didn't. It's kind of like finding out that she was lip singing the whole time or they were a fraud. And then the thing is if she was a fraud because he's in business with her, now he looks like a fraud. Guilt by association. So, you gotta look out for. Now, this is also about the toxic woman. This is about women who abuse their femininity to manipulate and manifest and not do actual work off the backs of men. And the whole time that they're like ripping off these men, they have numerous other projects and options, and the whole time they're just. And so instead of becoming bitter and assuming all women are like that, this guy's decided, hey, why don't I stop looking for people or women or partners in this environment? Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's not the idea. Maybe it's where I'm, like maybe I need a better fishbowl. Here I am like swimming in like, a goldfish bowl, and maybe I should expand my hunting grounds, for lack of a better word. If you want like a quality person or quality mate, you have to go where people who are of high quality go. Like, I'm sorry, but like, you're not gonna find high quality people in a bar. You're not gonna find a high quality person at a club. You're not gonna find any quality in cheap places. You get what you pay for. So, yeah. This is someone's. This is like healing, but this is like an intentional, like, I can't keep doing this. Um, and this is, I know, the microphone fell out. This is being rewarded and reaping the benefits of doing the hard work. This is facing your pain, and this is facing the issue. This is facing what is. And this is also like overcoming difficulties, but with integrity and honestly. um, not lying to get out of things, or, lying to yourself about what the situation is. And also not rushing into things. Don't allow people to push you or rush you into choices. If someone is rushing you to decide, or telling you it has to be now, or already setting things in motion before you even approve of it, that's like serious red flag. That's like the Jolly Rogers dead flag. This is pirate murder dead red flag. But yeah, this is. And here's the thing: is these women, see, they act like they're stupid. They act like we're just dumb girls. We can't make up evil plans. We have girl brains. But really, the whole time, they're playing like they're dumb. They're playing like they're naive. They're playing like, oh, I'm just a girl. I can't make evil plans. Because me dumb. I don't need a brain. Me have titties. And in reality, like, they know exactly what they're doing. From the get-go, same as my ex-boyfriend, from the get-go, looking for an easy ride, looking for, they they want to hop into stability. They want to step into established security. The whole time they knew that they were going to leave the entire time. But yeah, so the foolish man cries alone, and the wise man, isn't crying. So yeah, this is about, like, okay, like, this dude dumps me, and it's publicly, it's in front of people, it's out of nowhere for like no reason. Like, there was no build up, like he wasn't arguing with me. Just one day, like, publicly in front of fucking everybody, he made me look stupid in a public forum, but that's alright. You know what? I was like, man, that really hurts my feelings. And I was like, I mean, and I even tried to dial his phone. He's like, don't ever call me again. So I didn't. It took me like 6 months, and even then, that was a dumb idea. Sent me a dick picture. But you know what? I had the last laugh because that dick picture he sent me, I didn't know whose dick it was. I was like, what? Whose dick is this? Why are you sending me a dick picture? It's like Tuesday at like 10 a.m. Do you just keep these like on hand? Yeah, so. But this is someone who, instead of reacting to a painful or difficult situation, they're going to sit there and they're going to, like, hey, you know what? I'm going to sit here and just. Sometimes the best thing to do is to not do anything. Sometimes just sit down. Don't be running just to be running. Don't be making choices just because you feel like you have to make any choices. Guess what? You don't have to choose. And you know what? My ex-boyfriend did not choose. He just left everything. He left all the doors open in his life. But you know what? Now he's got a house with nothing in it because he left all them doors open and everybody stole all his shit. And look, they even stole his clothes. Look how stupid he is. But she's okay. She turned to God. She just. Don't be making quick reactions. Don't be rushed into things. Don't be so smug, dude. I mean, really. Wow. Anyway, that's enough of that. I don't know why this is 40 minutes at all. Who knows what I said, but allowing yourself to be rushed, and in the back of his mind, he knew that this sounded too good to be true, but here's the thing. He thought he was going to get one over on her. I mean, this never. That was another thing about him that used to bother me. Underestimating women. Assuming that because they're women, they're dumber than you. And so that means he would naively trust women. Like, oh, she's too stupid to lie to me. Or, apparently having a penis makes you really smart. And if you don't have a penis, you must have like brain damage and a birth defect. So I shall, you know, pity you, simple child. But yeah, somebody underestimated the women around him. Oh no, it could be talking about like divine masculine too. This is, I'm gonna tell you, like the karmics, whenever karmic energy mixes with like, divine feminine, I see how like they can be confusing because there are a lot of similarities. Um, divine masculine is kind of arrogant, and even though he's a good guy, he still underestimated the women around him. He assumed that he had the upper hand, not realizing. Now, here's the thing about having a paper crown, or being the prince, or being spoiled. Don't confuse control for caring. He thought he had handmaids. He thought he had bitches, providing. No. He had bitches that were keeping him contained. And that's emasculating. It really is. Finding out you're not big man on campus. Finding out that you're just a means to an end. And that's, divine dude as well as karmic McDouche. Both of them underestimated women. They underestimated, or they assumed things about a situation. Just because a romantic partner or opportunity or a new connection, um, God, how do I explain it? It's like, okay, don't fall for flattery. If somebody's flattering you, they're still in front. Okay, most people, like, whenever they, flattery is a means to sucker punch you. And while they're telling you what a big boy you are, look at how smart and handsome you are. Oh my God, the sex is like so amazing. I've never felt anything like that in my life. She's trying to get one over on you. And and that's the thing about Leos is they always fall for flattery. It's, y'all need to stop doing that. And I guess that's it.